Sawadiha! Greetings guys from Thailand.
We learned how to say it this time.
Yep. Hope you guys are doing well. Again, thank you so much for this opportunity on being on this channel. Chukanu, Desreen.
Oh yeah, Chukanu,
Connected.
Desreen, I remember.
Yep.
But guys, we just want to say first of all, thank you for those who watched our last video, those who commented, those who shared. And guys, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe now.
Today, what we're doing do's and don'ts in Thailand.
Yes. So we've been in Thailand for about a week, just over a week or so. We've got another week here. So we thought that whilst we're here, we'd share with you what we learned. Some of the things we learned before we came here, some of the things we learned once we arrived. So we thought that we'd share it with you because a lot of people, like James, have always wanted to travel to Thailand. So we thought that we'd share these do's and don'ts with you guys, so that you can get a little bit of an understanding of how it is here out in Thailand.
I'm going to be honest guys, she is a warrior. She worries about everything. So genuinely, not on all of our holidays, but Thailand. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is just a quick note before we start. I was really worried about coming out to Thailand, just because I would say 90% of people that I know who've been to Thailand have told me that they have been sick whilst they were out. Not 90%, let's say 80%. And have been sick whilst they're out here. They've either got food poisoning, or they've been sick, or they got really bad diarrhea, food poisoning is the main one. Okay.
And me,
I'm gonna jump into this.
You guys must know by now that I have a phobia of vomiting. And so when James said to me he wants to go to Thailand, I was like, no! But then, because I always get to choose where we go, I was like, you know what? Let James have this one. So I just said, let's make sure that we're extra careful. So
since Des has kind of gone into this, we might as well go straight into it about the don'ts. Don't just eat anywhere.
The first don't.
That's the first one. Don't just eat anywhere. You just gotta be smart. It doesn't matter where you are in the country. If you're in London and you see a beggar cooking, you know, sausages on the road, he's got grubby fingers, you see the black in his nails. You're not gonna eat sausages. It's the same out in Thailand. So
no, but I think the difference is in Thailand, there's more people doing it here. In London, you don't see people cooking on the street.
I know. So
the first don't is just don't eat everywhere. So our advice for the first one would be, don't eat out in every food stall. So a lot of people told me, Desreen, to avoid being sick, don't eat out in food stores, which we avoided most of the time because most of them do look a bit grummy, they do look a bit dirty, or they're just on the side road. You just think, where are they even cooking this food? Like,
So great example is one guy, right? We saw him on a motorbike that had like a shop front on the side. It was a good job to be fair. He did it really well. It's like, can you imagine a motorbike and then the shop front is attached on the side? And my man was on the corner of the road with sausages hanging down.
Like he's been out there all day because it's like 9 PM.
Being out there all night, it was about 9 in the evening, and he's cutting up and you know, sorting out the sausages.
And he had raw ones hanging. So first he had raw ones hanging on the side. God knows how long those raw ones have just been hanging in this heat. Yeah.
And then when he saw us, you know, we did the greeting to him, and I noticed that he touched the motorbike, you know, to turn back round. So his hands touched the motorbike, and then you know he was cooking, continued, and then 5 minutes later we saw him riding with the sausages just swinging.
5 minutes later, because we went for a walk. We went for a long walk. So we were walking slow, bearing in mind. So by the time we reached the top now, we just saw this man ride past on his motorbikes with the sausages hanging in the air.
Just swinging left, right and centre.
They weren't removed, put in no fridge or anything. They were hanging there. And I said to James, those sausages must have been there all day. And if we would have went there and said, can we have a sausage? He would have just taken one from the hanging ones and just fried it and given it to us. Places like that, do not eat. We're not saying don't eat in food stalls, but be careful where you choose. So we ate from one where the lady was right here and I saw the meat, I saw everything that was fresh, and she cooked it right in front of me and she brought it out. Those places eat from 100%, but others be careful from. The restaurant food, the food in your hotel will be fine. See, all the food in your hotel. For us, we went for bed and breakfast this time because we wanted to explore. So eat in your hotel. If you're going to eat in the restaurants are usually safe. Because they're clean, but most of them as well. Also check TripAdvisor, because some of them are TripAdvisor, check their reviews. So yes, eat out, but just be careful. Don't eat in all stores that look a bit dirty. Make sure it's clean, and make sure you can either see what they're cooking or make sure it's a well cleaned and well run restaurant.
Definitely. You mentioned another don't. Don't come to Thailand and book all inclusive, right? It's not that kind of holiday to book inclusive.
I agree.
We advise, get bed and breakfast because it's a bit long to go out in the morning to get foods, and then from there in the afternoon dinner, explore. There's a lot of really nice places to eat. It's
good James said that, because usually I always like to book all-inclusive in all of our holidays, just so that if we come, like, we like to relax sometimes. If we just come over to leave the hotel, we can have food here, and to be honest, all-inclusive is good because they usually do different varieties of food. But coming to Thailand, we would advise not to, because the food is so cheap outside.
So
the other day we had 3 big meals. James had a big beer, I had Coke or something. And how much was it? It was cheap.
It was cheap.
It was dirt cheap.
It was about a tenner. £10.
It was less than £10.
Even less.
£8.
£8.
£8 for 3 big meals, a large beer, and my drink. So that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of food for that price. London.
If for what we had, if we were in London, that would have cost about 70 quid.
Yeah.
About 70 quid in London.
So we would advise, do not go full board, or you can go half board, but we would just say don't go full board or all-inclusive when coming up to Thailand.
So number 3, don't just drink any type of drink.
Hey!
Be careful, okay?
Be careful.
In the hotel, and do you know where it comes from? It's the ice. It's mostly the ice.
Most of the ice.
So with the hotel, you know they're gonna put, it's like machined, it's
packed ice.
Packed ice, you know, like from the manufacturers.
Like we buy in London.
Exactly, like the proper Eskimo ice that we do in London. So you can tell it's official ice. So in the hotel, it's really cool to drink cocktails and drinks.
Yeah.
But when you're outside, just be careful that it's not some homemade ice with the, you know, like tap water and,
you put it in
the tray cubes and stuff. So you can mostly tell by the way the cube is inside. If it's like the circular cup ones, you know that's probably done from the tap. And you're most likely going to get sick because it's tap water. Yeah,
and also cocktails. So we found out one of our new friends that we met in one of our hotels, she got sick from having a cocktail outside because they actually brew their own alcohol. So
it's a good concept.
It's a good concept.
It's really great.
But guess not in Thailand.
No, guess what? Maybe, I don't know if it's for all shops, but this one in particular, they brewed it in a bath. A bath that you bathe in. I don't know if they were bathing, bathing and doing it at the same time, you know, so.
No, honestly, so yeah, do not. Personally, I have avoided ice when we're out. I've only taken ice if it is a clean restaurant, and I only have the ice here in the hotel. But be careful of the ice, because the ice obviously is made from the water. And cocktails, we've just avoided having cocktails out. We would just make sure we have drinks in a can or drinks in a bottle.
Yeah.
It's in the hotel that we'll have cocktails. And 4th about the don't is water. So this is probably an obvious one. Do not drink the tap water. Do not drink tap water anywhere where you go in Thailand. And maybe I'm a bit extra, but don't brush your teeth with their water. This water, guys, isn't like London water.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's all right. But just be on the safe side.
Just to be on the safe side, just avoid.
Actually, to be fair, the hotels do give you 3 bottles of water.
Yeah, every day.
Like every day we got, in the last hotel it's 4 bottles.
4 bottles every day.
And this one's 2 bottles.
So we just brush our teeth using the bottled water.
If you're gonna brush your teeth, just brush it with the bottled water.
But please do not drink the tap water.
Oh yeah, guys, as well, be very smart. So if you're gonna go out and you see a nice maybe restaurant or bar, ask the people, had they gone here before? How did they know about this place? Oh, my friend told me about this place, or my
that's what we did a lot.
Yeah, people in our hotel told us about this place, and they went 2 nights in a row, 3 nights in a row. They said the cocktails are great, the food is great.
And they didn't get sick.
They didn't get sick. So talk to people, because you start to find out that where to go and where not to go.
Yeah, that's how we find out where to go and where not to go. This is James's favourite one. Do not pay the original price they tell you to pay. That's just not in Thailand. That's in
I'm in my zone. This is like, I love this place. If you guys know me, I'm just a hustler.
I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie.
Maybe because I work in sales, so I'm always looking for a deal. Like something could actually be, like there's been times where I've gone to the shop anticipating it's going to be like £100, and they tell me £50. And in my head I'm like, okay, that's a good price. But I'm like, okay, £30. It's like I still have the desire to get lower.
Lower.
In Thailand, You have to do this.
You know why I realised? Because even me, I don't hustle, I don't haggle anything down. I was even able to haggle something down. And I was thinking, no, for me to haggle something down, that means these people are lying. When they say this is the price, this ain't the price. Because I needed to buy some shorts when we were going snorkeling, and she said $4.50, and I was like,
which is about £13, £40.
She said $4.50, and I was like, can you go any lower? Or the lowest is 400. Then I said 300. No, then I said 250, and she was like, oh, 250 too low. And then I said, well, I think all I have is 280. And then she's like, okay. So from 450 to 280.
So we're looking at, that's 280, you say. So that's probably like £7. So, but it's half the price.
So don't ever pay. Always haggle it down. Obviously, in the shops, in the official shops, like our kind of Tesco's and our kind of, you know, normal grocery shops, you can't. But when you're out on the road trying to buy things, when you're in the market, when you're trying to buy things, always haggle it down, because
tag team.
You're likely to get it down.
I'm gonna say some of my tricks. All right, get your wife to go there and talk some prices. You hang out on the side. Get her to get the best price. So maybe it's originally 500. It's now down to 400. And then say, husband, come over. How much? 400. No, too high. No. And they go,
no, that's not. No, James says too high. Then James goes, no, don't worry, I'm going to take my wife and go.
Let's go.
To the air.
To the air. There's no one there. No. And they bring out the calculator. Give me a price. And then you
get to pay the calculator.
Bam.
300. Yeah.
And that's it. So hustle
down. And the last don't is, we would advise not to book your tours, your activities outside of the hotel. So on your way to your hotel, or when you're on the streets, you will see a lot of shops, a lot of small shops will have the boards to say they do activities to PP Island, wash elephants, or tour the temple, anything like that. You will see a lot of them up, and they will tell you really good prices. We wanted to book ours through there, but after coming to the hotel, we were actually advised, not just by that one person, but usually those shops that are outside, they never turn up.
Not saying that all of them are dodgy.
Not all of them.
Like a lot of them, you probably do it and it's fine. But
some of them.
What you have to remember as well is that the quality of the tour may not be good. So a lot of the ones that are not official, when you're going on tours, they've struck a deal with a lot of these places where you go there, so it's very salesy.
Yeah.
So they'll take you to places where, like cashew nuts, for example, they produce a lot of cashew nuts in PP Island, and apparently there's a tour where they take you to show how they manufacture, which is actually really good, to be fair.
Yeah.
But the aim of it is for you to buy a lot of cashew nuts. So you came onto the island thinking you're just going to do sightseeing, you end up coming back with bags of cashew nuts.
The reason why I would advise that is because a lot of people have said that if you book, sometimes they just don't turn up. So remember, when you're booking through the hotel, you know it's official. You know that when they say be in reception at 7 o'clock, someone will be here to pick you up. Yeah. It's not like if they tell you to meet you down the road outside the shop or whatever at that time, someone might not turn up, and you've just wasted that money when you could have just booked your hotel for a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I would advise, if you're going to do like a big tour, you know, you want to view all the islands, book it through your hotel, because you want to make sure you get run for your money. So we paid for ours and we got even more than what we thought was a part of our deal. Book your activities, your tours in the hotel. If you don't mind trying just to see if it would work, then do it, but I would advise just book it in the hotel.
So just remember where the shop is. So if anything does go wrong, you can go straight back to it
and do what?
That's it. Yeah.
What are they gonna do?
Of course, you tell them they didn't get my.
That's their job, to scam people. They're just gonna be like, hey, and then that's it.
Then you rob the till. Okay. Actually, don't do that in Thailand.
No, don't do that.
The last thing as well, guys. If you're looking for Wi-Fi in Thailand, don't believe it's a woman. Okay, next.
Let's move on to the do's. So the first do is, this might seem, that's what I'm saying, some of these might seem a bit obvious to you, but for some people they aren't. So when we went out on our tour yesterday, we noticed that a lot of people had a lot of bites. Like, everyone had bites on their legs, on their body, and me and James were like, we ain't got no bites. Like, I only had one bite on my arm because of that evening we didn't leave with insect repellent. So a lot of people remember to bring sun cream, but please do bring insect repellent, but a strong insect repellent, because maybe some have used it and it just comes off, but use a really, let me get the one that we used. So this is the one that we used, and it actually says, I wish it would focus, but we'll leave the link below. This one says 100% skin protection, and when I tell you, this is actually 100%. Like I said, I only got a bite here because that was the night we went out really late, was really hungry, and I just forgot to put skin repellent on. I just put sun cream on, so we were out not even for long, and I already got bitten by a mosquito. But this literally is 100. We use it every single day and we don't get bitten at all. So please don't just bring sun cream, bring really good insect repellent, because you'll just end up getting marks and bites all over your body. You just don't want that for your holiday.
Yeah, it smells alright as well. It smells a bit like Dettol. Dettol?
It smells like Dettol, yeah.
A little bit like Dettol.
And you get it on eBay and Amazon. Next one is, do rent out a scooter. We have been enjoying our scooters up in Thailand.
Yeah,
like, I couldn't do one. I couldn't ride one myself because I don't have a driving license. So you do need a driving license to drive one. But scooters, honestly, they are so cheap, so affordable, and they get you like from A to B so fast instead of having to wait for a taxi. So we haven't actually booked a taxi whilst being out here. If you are going to book a taxi, then book a taxi on the meter. Don't just book a taxi if they just give you a set price. But yeah, scooters are just great.
So in regards to price wise, you're looking at £4 to £7 a day for a scooter. That is really good price. Not for the day, for 24 hours. 24 hours,
so from 2 p.m. today to 2 p.m. the next day. So scooters, honestly,
get around.
And it's so nice because it's such a hot country. When you're riding fast in the on the streets, the wind, like, it's just, I absolutely love it. I wish I could drive it myself, but
it's funny actually. You see a lot of kids as well. Kids, I saw
going to school on the scooters.
A primary school kids. There was 4 of them
on one scooter.
On one scooter. And they all like in their school uniform, and the oldest one was probably like 12 or 11.
Yeah.
Now that was
funny.
The
scooters we're talking about is one that looks like mopeds, for how we call it in London.
And they had no helmets. That's how
no helmets.
The kids had it's 4 of them on a bike.
But then
all in their school
that's
uniform.
Their lifestyle, so they're used to that. That's not like us where we're just coming from London.
No, that's mad. Can you imagine? I want you to picture this: primary school kids, 4 of them, all in uniform, on a ped with no helmets.
It was mad. Next one, please do, which I hope most of you do, is get travel insurance, because you don't know if anything can happen. We're in Thailand, mate. We can't risk anything happening in Thailand and us not be covered.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Anything. James said this morning his ear was hurt. I said, hey, twinkle winkle that travel insurance. Just in case. Even I'm joking, but even though it's just his earache. But I'm just saying, like, if anything happens. And if James can't, oh yeah, James had a little accident the other day, didn't he? On the moped. But thank God it wasn't, oh, you can't even show, it's gonna take too long. But if it was anything worse, we would be covered. So make sure you get travel insurance. We got, is that the right leg? Oh yeah, it is. Now it's actually, oh, it's healed up quite well. And we got our travel insurance on Travel Supermarket. It's really affordable, really cheap. You can choose the plans, the policies or plans that suit you best and the price that you want to pay. But please make sure you're insured when you're coming to Thailand, because you don't know if anything can happen.
And because you're really far away. And that's the thing. Because we're 13 hours away. So lastminute.com, if you have to now book a flight to go back to London, it's going to be very expensive. Yeah. So save your money.
Save money, let them pay for it. Next one. I know those Monzo lovers who like to use their cards, which is amazing, which is great, which we always use on holiday. But we noticed here in Thailand, there's not many places that actually accept cards.
Yep.
You have to have cash. Have your money in, what we do, we have our money in the Monzo, and we take out our money from our Monzo account because of the rates. The rates are really good. So always take out money here. We use Monzo. You can bring money from London or wherever you are. So I keep thinking that I just have people from London, from wherever you are, and exchange them here. But always have cash, because there were so many times I assumed that the market would have you can pay by card. I always say, can you pay by card? No. Food restaurants, all these places you cannot pay by card. Yeah. So if you know that you're going to have a long busy day, don't just go there with a little amount of money. Go there that you make sure you always have money on you.
Calculate how long you're there, how much you're willing to spend per day, and my advice would be take out all that money in one big bulk. Yeah. Because you get charged on per transaction. If you're using the card in the machine,
in the ATM.
£4, £3 per transaction. So
£2
maybe £2, sorry. But it adds up. So if that's 10 times you go to the cash point, that's £25 you spent. You know?
So yeah, so when coming out to Thailand, you need to have cash because they don't accept card. And I thought that they would accept your card even in those bigger places that we went to, popular places, but they don't.
So if you're, and another thing, so if you're going to use your card, use Monzo. You get the best rates there. Monzo is really, really good when it comes to traveling. So we're going to add a link below. If you want to sign up to Monzo, you get £5 into your account through our link.
Yes. And the last do is, please do take advantage of this beautiful country. Thailand is beautiful, and I must say this is probably my best holiday destination that we've been on. Even though I was so optimistic in the beginning. Why am I doing this?
Tell them.
Because James was the one that said let's go to Thailand.
No, I don't want to go to Thailand. No.
No, I don't want to get sick. But guess what, guys? I haven't been sick. I'm healthy. James hasn't been sick. We've just been really careful. We've been listening to our own do's and don'ts advice, and we have had the best time. But because I usually like to just relax on holidays, so I do advise, yes, have time to relax, which we usually do. We usually do it in our first week or first few days, and then the rest of the week we go out and enjoy. But please don't just come to Thailand just to stay in the hotel or stay in the pool or stay on the beach. Go out, even if it's to go on the scooter like we did and ride around and go into different areas, meet different kind of people, see how different people live. You'll find different kind of places that you wouldn't have found if you just stay in your hotel. Go on tours, do activities.
It's not a place you should just stay in the hotel, honestly, because it's a waste of money. Like, you can do that.
You pay so much to come.
So much to come this far. You must take advantage of the culture, of the beautiful island. The way we've done it is, the first one was Kayak. It was more of a relaxed, chilled holiday. The most strenuous thing, or the most activities we did, was climb the mountain. Where when my wife nearly lost her life. There's what was it? You fainted.
We'll share that in another video.
Another video, guys. I thought I lost my wife.
Okay, so I'm still here. God, thank you. God.
Man, and do you know what's so annoying? I turned off the camera when
of course you did. Why would you be recording me?
Like, on YouTube, that people they get all of the madness. That was like,
I don't know how they do it.
It was weird. It was like I was in a movie.
Anyway, we'll talk about it
another time.
So make sure you take time to enjoy the country. Make sure you relax, but you also see both sides. And the last one, sorry, before we go, is to try and see more than one place, which links to what I've just said. So we stayed in Kayak for 1 week, and then we stayed in Phuket for another week. We wanted to go to Bangkok, but I wasn't really too keen on going to Bangkok.
There's been bombings in Bangkok, so
it was
recently.
So I wasn't really sure.
Like me, I don't mind. I'll still go.
But we just thought, for now, this is our first time here. Let's just go to these 2 places. Next time we'll go to somewhere else. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in our next video.
Thank you so much, guys.
Ciao. Konnichiwa.
Say the right one.
No, it's not. Anyway, bye guys.